Okay, now that you've connected EverWebinar to BotSparks, the next thing to do is to create our first webinar campaign. Now, this can be anything as far when it comes to name. Creating a name here was just for your benefit, so you can recognize it later. So let's create, we'll do this a demo. And then what we're going to do is we're going to select our webinar. So we make a call to EverWebinar and we pull in the webinars that you have there. Now for the intro message, when you use the EverWebinar integration, we handle a few messages through dynamic content in the dynamic content block. The intro message will be sent along with the next upcoming times that are set as quick replies. And then the confirmation message, once they select a time, we say, great, you're all set. Now, here you go. If you have more questions about that, feel free to watch the video regarding the EverWebinar templates and setting that up. But for now, I'm just going to leave it as it defaults. The next question is, where do you store your subscribers' email? So somewhere in your bot settings, you should be capturing an email that we can send over to EverWebinar, and it is required so that we can register that subscriber for the webinar. Once someone registers for that webinar, they're in your system and all your regular automation will happen as planned. So the next thing, where do we want to store the selected webinar time? If you installed the template, you'll have a time available. If not, we suggest creating a date time field, naming it EverWebinar start time. But once again, if you feel free to install the template for a quick setup, it already has those created for you. Where do you want to store the join link? So this is going to be the link in which they are able to join. So if you've installed the templates, it'll be available as EverWebinar join. And then for the replay link, we just want to go ahead and find that EverWebinar replay. And then the thank you page, we use this for a few things. And if you watch the template videos, you'll see why later, but just set the EverWebinar thank you page to, and once you've got those fields set, go ahead and click Create Campaign, and hooray, we've created it. Now we're going to redirect you to all the details related to your new campaign that you've created.